Well, it's been fun, Vacation House, but I best be leaving. But I'll probably be back sooner than you might think. For now, though, let's head back home to the mainland. Here we are, back at spawn, back home. It's only been like 2 weeks since I've been here, but still, it feels weird being back here. But I bet it'll feel even weirder by the time we actually get back to our base. Oh, there it is, coming into view. And yeah, it's weird being back here. Like, again, it's not been that long, but it's just strange. I've spent so much time being in the new lands, and being back in the old lands is just, it's not something I was expecting. Or it's not something I was expecting to feel so strange. The hourglass still looks awesome. The grass still hasn't spread across this entire bottom floor. Yep. Everything is left just as I remember it, including the steampunk cage, which has been the odd one out of this entire base. And I really want to finish it. I really want to just get it over with. 1, because it's a part of my base, and 2, because it's such a frustrating area. But Duba did leave me that book, which, where did I leave it actually? Is it this book right here? No, wrong book. Maybe it's somewhere down in my storage system. This really does feel like I'm coming home from after a long trip, and is this it? Yep, this seems to be it. And I don't want Duba to completely build it, but if he could build me like a building or a path or something like that, just to give me an idea as to where I should take this entire area, then I think that'd be miles help in actually figuring out where this one area can actually go. So let's go find Duba and get to work. You're an expert at building, I presume.
I wouldn't call myself an expert.
You know what you're doing,
But
at least. Could you show me a thing or two? Maybe build a little building around here. Maybe just little things. Point me in the right direction for the steampunk cage, because I've noticed you've left two. You've left two mega cyborgs just waiting here. Wings do anything, and they've not done anything yet. So I figured just asking you.
yeah, I can come there and assist, make something for you out of
What
it.
what you got is confidence. Something I need when it comes to this type of style.
I'm fairly kind of on the edge with steampunk.
I like what I did. How do I mesh them together, or is there a different way I should take it?
When you say mesh them together, how do you mean?
Because the white building, it seems a lot more, I guess, clean, and then this one just seems more thrown together.
I mean, I guess you can always just have like a third building in between that's kind of both. Like, it has a slightly cleaner look, but it also is using a bunch of different colors.
It
does
looks
fit.
kind of like the same shape as that building, but just a little bit bigger. But I think I like it.
It'll look quite different.
Do you want to fill out an outline, and then I fill in the deep slate?
I mean, if you want, I'll add the doorway.
This is the closest thing to a Duba video you'll get in a while.
Yeah, that's sad. I'm gonna try to bring the YouTube channel back.
So what I get from steampunk in it is it's kind of a mix between medieval and not modern.
Medieval with like a primitive technology, kind of like pulleys and gears and water wheels. Those are all.
It's like the early 1900s. There we go.
Yeah.
Is there anything we should do at the front? Any windows? Anything like that?
Yeah, we can do a few windows. This is my favorite design for a window, or a big one at least. It's a rounded window. So you just need a base that looks like that, and then panes.
Oh, I might have to steal that a few times now.
I do
That's
not
such a cool.
mind.
Why have I never noticed this? Have you done this before, or is this?
Oh, I've done this so many times.
I knew bringing you here was a fantastic idea. Or actually, you brought yourself here because you offered to help. I'm gonna give this whole window thing a try. Whoa, what a window! What a window! Wait, no, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. No, I failed you.
Not completely.
I did the sides wrong. I'm so sorry.
There you go. There you go.
I saved myself. Did I master steampunk?
I think you've mastered steampunk, or at least window making.
For making one window, I've mastered the arts of steampunk. I always think of doing something like this, but I just never bother doing it with the trapdoors.
Sometimes can be a mistake, given that you might be playing with people who enjoy flipping trapdoors.
Look who you're talking to. You know, it's on my base. It's on my base grounds. I could do it whenever.
Resist the temptation.
At least for now.
Yeah.
It's like bubble wrap.
Oh, pillagers down there. That's fun.
Ooh. I have no villagers here. I mean, you know, come to think of it, I should have villagers here. I should put villagers in here.
They are quite a pain to deal with, though.
They are. But I think it'd flesh out this entire area, like, so much.
I have no idea if I can even do it in survival. I'll try.
What do you have to do?
I think I just have to, like, make it open and then close immediately. Like, I have to, like, trick it into opening and then closing.
Wait.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
How did I do that?
Yeah. It's like that, and I use those for cannons.
Wait, put another down. Put another. Yeah, put another down. So I held E, and then opened it. It opened my inventory, and now that I know how to do that, I want to use this now somehow. What if you try picking them up? Will they? They still have the open texture. Oh, that was so cool. Look at this. It's a whole different. Oh. It looks the same. And after glitching another dozen barrels or so, we've ended up with this building that Duba managed to construct. And yeah, I think just the build palette, the way he used the cogs, all the lichen, even these, whatever you call it, the chain links or whatever you call it around there. This feels like such a steampunk build. And not to demeanor the other builds I built around here, but honestly, this is probably the direction I really need to take the rest of this one area. Also, I should probably find a way to repay Duba at some point. Maybe help with his base eventually. But yeah, I think what we can do now is actually incorporate a whole bunch of what we did over here to some of these other builds we built around the place. By first off, maybe changing out some of this stone bit with more deep slate down here. Now, that's not to say I want to change out every single block here, but I think at least the base of every single building should have some form of similar pattern like this. Ooh, you know what? That's a small change, but that's already looking so much better. I didn't want to completely get rid of the stone and the cobblestone and everything like that, but I did want to sort of bleed it into the deep slate and things like that. And already, that change is already making this place feel a whole lot better. But of course, we have plenty more things to do before we can call this building much better and much more complete-ish and in line with that building. First thing is to expand the front door, and now I want to try adding another window over here. But this time I'm all on my own. I don't have my teacher here to actually walk me through this whole thing. But fortunately, even without Professor Duba, I think I did a pretty decent job. And after a few more additions, we've ended up with something that looks like this. I've added this thing, which is pretty much exactly the same as what we had on this building, as well as a whole bunch of other types of cogs and things like that. One thing you probably noticed is the fact that we have a cog with a chain linking onto this cog. I don't know why I did that, I just think it looked cool. And honestly, I think it actually does. The entire style of the steampunk age, I think I want to take in a similar direction to the same style as the Blue Sky movie robots, where there's a whole bunch of gears and cogs and just everything moving around all the time. I had the gears, I had the cogs, I have the chains, I have everything like that. I just think we need to bring it all together somehow. But before that, we should probably do a little bit of changes to this building now. Yeah, not too much change, but hopefully enough to make it fit in with these two buildings now. And I think now I have a very vague idea as to what I want to do here now. So vague that I can't even picture all of it, but hopefully I can picture it in my imagination just enough to actually build it. One of the main things is I kind of want to do something similar to what I did in the medieval age, where I have this level of floor and then this level of floor. And at least in the back over here, I kind of want to incorporate something similar. But instead of a stairway leading up to the second area, I kind of want to have a spiral stairway. Wait, but aren't they both stairways? In a technical term, yes. But the way I want to do them is certainly going to be different from each other, because I kind of want to have two cogs both linked up with this pretty long pole and having the spiral staircase leading around it. Yeah, something kind of like that. Could probably use a little more detail here and there, but overall it's pretty good. And then the second layer is kind of hard to explain. Like, it's going to be sort of like a dock you'd see over the ocean, but it's going to be just right above the first level. But I guess with this, I don't want it to be completely flat, or I don't want it to cover the entirety of the first level. Again, very vague ideas to what I want to do with this. And it's possible that at the very end, this might look absolutely horrendous. But after a while of platforming, this is actually the platform we actually managed to end up with. And looking at it from right here, it's probably kind of hard to tell what's happening. But if we actually look around, we could see none of it is actually being held up by pillars. Well, that's because, to be a little bit more steampunky, instead, what I have is these outer pillars going out, in, and then holding this entire thing together with some chains. And it's kind of hard to get a good angle on this. I mean, I guess this is an okay one, but honestly, there's no easy angle to look at this thing. Maybe around here, I don't know. But something I do really like about these one crane things is the fact that this building now looks like it has an arm just looping back around and in and just holding this entire thing up. And you might have noticed that there's a pretty big gap right here. Well, that's because I want to build a building right here leading all the way through this. And considering all the practice we've had so far, I should be able to make an entire building from scratch on my own. Just go with the same block palette, just do pretty much the same thing we did before, and in the end, hopefully, this should turn out to be looking pretty good. And after I jinxed myself there, I think I'm taking this in a good direction, and I think I have a vague idea as to where I should take it further. Whether it's going to be this floor, a second floor, maybe a third floor, linking onto this one scaffolding up there. And saying that out loud just seems pretty daunting in my opinion. I don't know if this is going the right direction or wrong. I think it'll be okay. But at least as of right now, I'm a little bit torn on it right now. But who knows, maybe in the end we'll be able to figure this out and actually make it steampunky like the rest of this place. And after quite a few additions, I think we actually managed it. Because from here it looks pretty steampunky, and from down here it looks pretty steampunky. Which means I think for the most part, this place is pretty much up to steam, pun intended, for this one place. Only thing to really do now is, I guess, the floor down here. Which, what do even steampunk floors actually look like? Well, after one quick Google search, I could safely say that it's kind of like medieval, but looks a lot more clean. So what if I just use deep slate tiles? Will that look good, or would that just look completely out of place? Well, I guess there's really only one way to find out. Oh, no. Like, okay. This looks fine. It's okay. But it's just way too much of the tile deep slate. What if, like, maybe around the edges, we switch out some of the tile stuff for, like, some other form of deep slate? And then maybe something around the center? I don't know. It's just way too much tile deep slate. Okay, now that we have a little bit more detail on the road, I think this actually looks pretty good now. Like, it's broken up. You know, it has enough of the tiles in it, but it also has a little bit of different grays and things like that in it. And honestly, I think now at this point, we just need a whole bunch of decoration down here. And after doing all that, I think, for the most part, this place is pretty much done, if we ignore the interiors. And just look at this place. It just feels so alive, and I guess that's what a steampunkade should really be. A place which looks like every single part of it looks like it can move in some way, shape, or fashion. And seriously, if I didn't have the help from Duba, I don't think this would have looked nearly as good as what it does now. One small little addition I really like is the fact that I still left a little opening leading right down here, right to the bridge to the hourglass. Which I think, honestly, we need more things like this. We need more ways to connect one age to another. But at least as of right now, I'm so happy that this place is pretty much done. Like, you have no idea how relieved I am now. Again, with exception to the interiors. And because I'm literally so happy with this, I think we're gonna do something I never would have thought I'd do in a Cosmic season. Yeah, writing an IOU. IOUs, obviously, they typically scare me, but I think, again, I'm just so proud with how well the steampunk age ended up, and Duba, 100% is the one to blame, okay? Terrible wording with that, but to put it simply, I really want to repay Duba in one shape or another, and just to make sure I don't forget it or anything like that, I might as well give him an IOU. Couldn't have made this steampunk page as well as it is without you. Figured I have to repay the favor, but in case I forget or something, and then I left the IOU inside of here. But before that IOU gets used, I should probably end the video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.